Focus na talaga namin makuha namin ang PR namin, yun, trabaho, bahay lang.
We gotta do this for the kids. We gotta do this for ourselves.
Based on our finances, ito lang yung kaya namin. So I have to narrow down.
Hi guys, what is up? Welcome to Life Chai. My name is Chai, and on this channel I share immigrant stories, both mine and of other people. Once in a while I'll be interviewing people who do not live in Canada, but most of my interviewees are going to be sharing their stories about their own immigration experience moving to Canada. So right now we are shooting in a different location. We are currently in Houston, just visiting some friends and family, of course. Then probably the next video we're going to be cutting the Immigrant Insights series for a little bit, just sharing some videos about like our visit here in Houston. But for now, I do have very special guests just to run me through this episode of Immigrant Insights. Ta-da! Okay, so yeah, so for this, I guess for the next couple of days, because I'm stuck with her in Houston, I'm gonna be having Jade, aka Jade of Halifax, just to bounce off ideas about what we're gonna be covering. So ang gagawin namin, we're gonna be like playing the videos, what I think are gonna be highlights of my interviews with my interviewees who did move to Canada on a student permit, and we're gonna be talking about those. The first section, I guess, of this post is gonna be talking about people's whys and people's goals. Yeah, so let's take a look.
Paano yung transition nyo sa Halifax nun?
Madali lang din naman kasi yung focus namin is PR. Like wala na kaming regarding sa like social life and everything. Ang focus na talaga namin makuha namin ang PR namin, yun, trabaho, bahay lang.
We gotta do this for the kids. We gotta do this for ourselves. When we had the twins, everything was just so smooth. Like, I wouldn't have that same experience elsewhere. I think it was the experience I had having them here that brought us back and wanting to be here. There are still some things to tick on the list, but mostly we did get our goals earlier than our original timeline. That alone gave us more confidence that this is working out for us. This is really what we want. This is for this family. This is what we want for this family.
Nasa level na kami ng inisip na namin yung mga anak, yung mga kids namin.
Well, yung sa akin, na rin siya, parang binigyan ko na rin yung chance ang sarili ko na na talagang i-push yung goal na makapunta dito. But at the same time, mas malaking factor niya yung parang yung parang pwede namin maibigay sa mga.
Okay, so whys? Bakit nauna ang why sa post na to? Well, I guess yung sa akin kasi the mindset is to borrow from the 7 habits of highly effective people. You have to begin with the end in mind. Kasi otherwise, I feel like for me, if I don't have a goal, I'm just running around like a headless chicken. Parang, wasted effort, I guess. Tapos, nakakapagod, less efficient, kung ganun. So yeah, so what are your thoughts on like whys and like moving to Canada? What is your why, I guess?
I guess it's kind of a balance. We've heard from them that, again, they have their end goals, but in case of Ate Ganina, she had experience, or they had experience of how they finally decided to move to Canada, right? So I guess yung why would be sometimes in between, sometimes andun na siya at the beginning of what you do, or alam mo na kung anong dapat gawin. But it's really something that you gotta decide for yourself, for your future, or for your family. So, ayun, parang lang siya. It's really like a life decision of why you are doing it. It would depend, like if it's family, if it's work related, or if it's a better future. But again, I mean, tama ka, like it would be inefficient if they wouldn't know what their whys would be. But hindi lang siya, for me, hindi lang siya instant na dumadating sa tao.
Okay, so yung sa iyo ba, yung sa experience mo as an immigrant, meron ka bang solid na why, like, or parang ano lang,
like
parang
a driving factor?
Yung main, or parang
I guess it's really my career. Kung bakit ako, I mean, why I explored moving to Canada. I had different choices back then, but I think 10 years ago, I've already shared Canada was really my dream. I mean, it just so happened that it happened like 10 years after.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there.
I know.
Kasi sa next interview mo yung ano. Sa next interview in depth.
Again, yun yung sinasabi ko. Gusto ko na mag-Canada even before, but yung why ko, I mean, I didn't know really why talaga kung bakit yun.
Okay.
And I had to go through different things just to figure out na, okay, I want to pursue my career, or I want to make something of myself.
You gotta save some for your interview pagka kailangan mo nang sagot.
Okay.
Ibigay lahat. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, the same thing. If you've seen the interview with JR and Celine, it's almost the same thing na. I think for Selena, it was her childhood dream to move to Canada. In Jade's case, it was like 10 years ago for her. So, basically having a wise, and I did talk about this with Karina in her own interview. Sometimes it's the whys that keep us steady. So, for example, if you're thinking about moving to Canada with your family, that's one thing. For your kids' future, that's one thing. And each time that the going gets tough, our whys, it was what anchors us to the purpose. I mean, I think about it as a ship, and when you have an anchor, it keeps you steady. So whatever storm comes along, whatever difficulty or challenges come along, you always go back and wind it back and be like, why am I even here? What am I doing here? Ang hirap-hirap nito. Hindi to masaya.
The one would also help you, parang, I mean, again, it's kind of your anchor kung paano mo gagawin yung life mo. It's really the first step on how you decide to work on things. Diba? Because if you're not really decided, if you're half-baked na if you're moving or not, or what you will do with yourself or with your future, you wouldn't really progress if wala talaga yung reasons kung bakit mo gusto in the first place to do it.
Yeah, and I guess like kumbaga hindi ka magpo-progress. Para siyang having a why, it's gonna be your hurdle. And I think hindi kailangan sobrang lalim ng why mo.
That's also true.
Hindi. Ang pinagmamalaki kong why ko is gusto ko lang magkaroon ng Canadian passport, and kasi the Canadian passport like is one of the most powerful passports in the world. Hindi mo kailangan ng visa. So,
you gotta say something for yourself too, no?
So sa akin, yun lang talaga. I mean, sinanggit ko na before. Yun lang ako, right? It seems shallow, but it's really going back to what Jade said. It's about like how you want to approach your life, right? Like you want to experience life, and ayaw mo ng hassle na apply ng visa every time you want to visit a country. Diba? So, sa akin yun lang yun. That's what rings true to me. And of course, it's different for everybody, as we see. But the why of getting a PR, it's actually what helped him focus on the goal. It simplified the experience for him in a way. And again, it's not making it super easy, but rather just like, not adding too much weight, too much baggage, too many other factors involved. Just simplifying it. Ito yung goal mo, ito yung gagawin mo, diba? Tapos, and ayun, parang pag nandun ka sa experience na yun, I think it's a really anxious experience na parang hindi mo na kailangan ng extra drama, extra pang kung ano pa, diba?
If it's there, it's there.
Oo.
And then you just have to think of a plan how to make it work. But
ayun, and talking about having a plan and making it work, let's go to the next part of what they're talking about.